Amish Matchmakers. My wife and I, we help Amish singles to find godly spouses and develop epic marriages and create a legacy that is rooted and founded in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. Today is a day for greatness, a day for work, hard work, and growth. What are you doing to grow yourself? What are you doing to develop yourself? And why? What's your big why? What's your purpose in life? You know, you are what you do when nobody's around. You are what you do when nobody's looking. And it's funny because oftentimes people are like, wow, looking for opportunities to do nothing. I'm looking for opportunities to do more. I'm just saying, like, that's my thing. I don't know if I like this shirt, the way it looks on me. I better do something about that. But yeah, my wife, Chantel, my daughter, my dog, Nova, all the girls, this girls' week out of town. And even my mother in law is with them. So it's girls' time week away. And I love it. I love that they're connecting. I love they're getting some time for R&R, rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation, restoration. It's beautiful. Such a beautiful thing. So then what does that mean for me? It means let's go. I get to work more. I get permission to work. And I will have to admit, I do enjoy working. I do enjoy the hustle. I do enjoy the game. And I've been gearing up for this. And it's here. It's game time. And, yesterday and Saturday and Sunday, perfect timing. We set up our big three for our business, set up our big three for our personal lives. And I was able to share that with you. I planned it with you. Some of you were there as part of it, doing the planning session with me. It's called His Creation Code for Success, based on the 7 days, 8 days of creation in Genesis. And it's planning. It's all about planning. It's all about preparation. It's all about strategy. And it matters. When you plan, when you strategize, it makes a difference. So this morning, that's what I want to talk to you about. What do you do when nobody's around? I do more. I figure out ways to do more. And it is a powerful strategy. Can't waste any time. Seriously. There's no wasting time at all, because all we can do is we've got to figure out how to do more in less time. And we got to figure out, can I do this? Even though my wife's not here, you start to realize and recognize, and I'm super grateful for as well, how much my wife does do, Chantel. She's phenomenal. She's an amazing team player, amazing helpmate. She, seriously. And we both have our skills and our things we love doing, and we contribute in different ways. And for me, I love contributing in such a way of meal prep and stuff. So last night I did a little bit of meal prep. I do enjoy that. And so I was picking up some hamburgers for myself for this week. Um, yeah. A lot of times I'll do hard boiled eggs. Didn't do any last night. Ran out of time because I wanted to get to bed. Then I had to throw in some laundry. That's where she comes in. She's normally the one who does all the laundry, and I love that. I'm grateful for that. She's amazing. So literally, I just to go find my clothes, and so yeah, it's good to be able to see what you can accomplish, what you can do. And again, we truly are who we are when nobody's watching, when nobody's around. But who are you in that time? For me, I'm going to do this video with you, and I'm going to head to the office and do my Epic 30 at the office. Um, yeah, and send it over to my wife and my daughter and family, and keep that connection alive and going, of course. But again, the biggest thing is how can I be more efficient? I got plenty to do at the office, plenty of things to plan. It's going to be a busy week. I got to prep for jobs. We're rebuilding our team, our crew at the office. From the founders up. And it's good. Very good. Some of you know that we're rebuilding the culture. Some of you have been watching this, following us here on this channel, and you maybe sat through the planning session yesterday. There are a couple of you that have literally encouraged me. Big time. Because, I do all this for accountability and all this for, if I can help one person, it makes a difference. They can see, hey, I get up at 5 a.m. Actually, I've been up since 4, but I do whatever it takes to make things happen and get the flow going. And, I think, well, if this will help one person, then I'll keep doing it. I'll tell you, it never fails. When I'm like, why am I doing this? Anybody watching? Anybody listening? Doesn't seem to matter. Somebody will message me and somebody will say, look, hey, I'm watching. I appreciate it. Keep doing it. Would you? It's like, all right, yeah, I can, do this and keep it going. It is part of the process. Is nowadays we can show people what we do and hopefully it encourages them, right? Because of technology, we're able to do that and still keep doing what we do. Don't even necessarily need a fancy camera crew and editing team. Just do it live. Go for it. It's part of the process these days. People like to see it live and raw and real and vulnerable. Well, this is AI. No, it's not AI. Not this guy. I'm real. I'm here. Not always polished. Hopefully it matters. Hopefully it makes a difference. But yep, all alone this week. But yet not alone. Got plenty of work to do, plenty of people to serve, plenty of things on my agenda. We're hitting the ground running with this 12-week year, setting new targets, new challenges. How are we going to get there? What are we going to do to get there? That's the key. So I got plenty to do. As it is like the first 12 weeks of a 12-week year, or first week, excuse me, of the 12-week year. So we're in quarter number 2. The first week really kind of sets the tone. And it was pretty awesome. First week in January, Chantel and I hit the ground running together with Nesbitt Repair, and that was phenomenal. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm also grateful, too, that she is getting connection and rest and rejuvenation with our girl, Hazel, and with her mama, Marlise. Why am I so excited for that? Well, because baby Kayla is coming. And that is the role and power of the mamas as they connect, and love and affection. It matters. Connection, it matters. And that example and that opportunity to have love and affection and to connect is super powerful. I'm glad they're getting that. Yeah, that's, to me, is one of the first priorities in relationships, is the connection and love and affection, making sure the mamas are powerful like that. They are. So here we go. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do at 5 a.m. in the morning when nobody's watching? when nobody's here? Well, I will tell you, I'm going to do more. That's what I'm going to do. And I said this before that it's important. If you want an epic life, you got to hustle. You got to work hard. So I've got 24 hours in a day. I'm going to try to figure out how I can make that 24 hours stretch big time. And so it is. It's funny because I usually do about an hour on this Amish Matchmakers in the morning. And I'm probably only going to do 30 minutes because I've got several things I need to do to get out the door, head to the office. I want to get my epic 30 in this morning when I get to the office, set the tone at the office. I've got taking the speaker there, music playing, setting the atmosphere and the tone for the team when they come through the doors. Processing and looking for what resources I have to be able to bring a team together. And we got lots of things on the list to check off this week. Lots of projects and jobs I need to do, from preparation, team training, to late night projects, finishing up the office, cleaning, organizing, preparing for when my wife comes back, our CEO and my co-founder for the new and improved Nesbitt Repair. I'm super pumped for that. Just to see her enjoy the office and enjoy the atmosphere and create that for her to come back to. Super excited for that. So again, what are you doing at 5:20 a.m., huh? Welcome, Richard. This is the first. Somebody finally joining me on our school platform at 5 a.m. I set this up for the men to join me every morning, weekday morning, so we can launch the week together. And this is my favorite part, when we come together and we connect and we are intentional with our time. And so, can you do more? That's the question. We're hitting this 12-week year. The only way you're going to do more is if you plan. The only way you're going to do more is if you challenge yourself, maybe even getting up 10 minutes earlier. And so if you went through the 12-week year with me over the weekend, what were some of your takeaways? What were some of the things that you saw and experienced that is making a difference in your life now? Just the way you're thinking, the way you're planning. You never thought, oh, well, I need to get big 3 in health. I need to get, or big 3 targets and goals for my 12-week year in health, finances, and relationships. That will cover so many, or all areas of life. And then how do I apply a feldspar to that? We went through it this weekend, and some different areas, different ways you can. And it was super powerful. It was really good for me to process through that and then make a plan to move forward. How am I going to do these? And then you create the micros and macros. You got the macro, the big picture, and then you got the micros that you create that will make a difference to show you're moving forward and show your progress. And tracking data. What is your data? What are you going to track? What are you going to gauge to say, okay, I did get this done and it was extraordinary? Because you've got to be able to celebrate that as well. Celebrate the wins, celebrate the victories. There might be some nights this week that I sleep at the office. We shall see. I know I've got a lot to get done, and I've got to run a company. And again, we're raising up some technicians and helping people get jobs done, but also running and raising up and training up office team as well, administrative team, and also then getting the office prepared and cleaned up and finished. We've been doing a lot of work on the office. So it's time. It's time to get that done. So what does that look like? It looks like a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. So I'm up for the challenge. Are you? Are you up for a challenge of things you need to do and things you want to do in order to accomplish your goals? And then what do you do when you're alone matters. It does. it really is where the rubber meets the road. Because like right now, I could sleep in, I could go to work and just halfway. But the thing is, I need to go 120% this week. The CEO is out of town. She's awesome, and she's like I said, connecting with mom and baby Kayla and our daughter, and preparing for baby to come. Baby will be here in May. That's just around the corner. I mean, it literally is. So that preparation time and connection time with our girl and with mom, the generational of mothers, is super awesome. Passing that baton to Hazel as a mother, becoming a mother, is powerful. They're having that connection, that time of restoration, rejuvenation. Our girl has been through a lot. And my wife has been through a lot. And it's time for them to just connect. Mom's been through a lot. It's a powerful, powerful time for them. So I say that to say this, like, it's time. It's time to then step up here and get the opportunity to work more and the opportunity to go after it more. And again, everything is work in my life in a good way. A blessing to bless others and to work hard is a huge blessing. And one of the things that I see and I recognize, and I again, it's not a have to thing. It's a get to. I get to train and teach up people how to do this business, how to do this industry that we're doing with Nesbitt Repair. And I've done it my whole life. And then I get to delegate, I get to uh, release control of the outcomes and allow people to get work done and do it well. Like we have some great people on our team. And so it is awesome to see them develop and do what they do. And to be able to just give them projects and they take off and do it is beautiful. And now, um, again, like I said, what does it look like to work more? Well, like I was saying, I love what I do. I love getting the opportunity to work. And so when I say I want to work more, what I'm actually saying is work more on the business because like I said, everything is good intentional work and being purposeful. And the work that I get to do when my wife is home is work on my relationship with her, work on my daughter, connection with my daughter, work on connection with my mom and mother-in-law and family and friends here close by. And when my wife's out of town and through the week, then I have other relationships I can develop and work on. There are people I want to have dinner with while she's gone. Some of the guys that I've been connecting with, and we're gonna also be working on the office. And I'm gonna ask for help on working on our office from some of our guys that I work or that I'm in Bible study with. You know, it's like, hey, would you guys be willing to lend me a hand? I need some help. And so I'm going to be working on this as my wife is gone so that we can have a new fresh start in the office when she gets back. So an office that she can be blessed in. Things are completed, things are done. And she, as a CEO, can know that she's gone out of town, but when she comes back, it's going to be a whole different situation in a good way. And she's going to be able to embrace it and start jump right back in to and grab a hold of the reins as CEO of Nesbitt Repair and really help develop it to the level it can be developed. She's such a great leader, and with us doing it together, come on, it's game over in a good way. So I'm pumped up about that. So blessings, shalom on your week. So it's Monday, and for me, if you haven't already like planned out something for your week or at least processed it in your mind, it's probably a little bit late. You're probably up and running Monday morning. If you're joining me while you're driving to work, awesome. If you're joining me and you're getting up, well, maybe you could take time to do your Epic 30 and plan out your week as well as your activity instead of, plugging into some wisdom. Maybe you could plug into your calendar and look at what you're going to get accomplished this week and set some targets. What's your mission for this week? What does it look like if you're going to be successful this week? And what's unique about this week? What's unique about this week for me is my wife and daughter and indoor female dog and my mother-in-law. They're all out of town. And so, and we are excited about our company, Nesbitt Repair, and we get this opportunity to keep developing it, going to a second quarter of the business and see it develop and grow. It is a new opportunity and a new flow. And hey, it's good. It's very good. Not just a little good, very good. So, what about you? What's your favorite part about business? What's your favorite part about life? What do you do when no one's watching? Yeah, I was up this morning earlier than normal, and I still was like, didn't want to get up, but I did it anyways. Difference is, and I threw in some laundry, folded a little bit of clothes, got myself ready, and then same had to, you know, plan on doing the meal prep stuff and getting things going, and yeah, there's a lot of things, like I said, that Chantel does, like prepping and getting our coffee ready and our electrolytes for the day, and yeah, and especially like the laundry is a big deal. She does that all the time and keeps up for us, and it's super awesome. Super grateful for that. But I'll just chip away at it. I'll get 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, fold some of the laundry, switch it over from wash to dry. It's funny because I don't ever do this, so it's like, okay, what is the time frame for this? Delegate and getting resourceful with who's going to help with what. That's what I got to figure out this week, because there is some powerful delegation that needs to take place, because my wife is not here. The CEO is gone. So it's good. Very good. Coffee Connect time. We're going to take about 5 more minutes. Then seriously, I am going to be leaving early today. So if you're on our social media, you want to comment and let me know. It's really strange. I wonder what's happening, because normally there's a ton of people in the morning. I wonder if something changed. Let's see. Huh. Not sure what's happening. Really strange, though. It normally has a lot of people joining us on social media on Monday morning for sure. So I don't know if something's wrong with the algorithms. They change things all the time. So who knows? I was able to get it to jump on. I thought, well, I don't even know. I wonder if it's on YouTube. Huh. Seems to be on YouTube. Seems to be on, read only on Facebook. Okay. And it was on TikTok. Good morning, Rick. How you doing, Richard? Mr. Yoder. It's good. I'm glad that YouTube is working. And I am on school too. Richard, I saw you were starting to jump on there. That's good that you're watching. And so it is going through on YouTube. That's good. I don't know what the heck if it is going on Facebook and TikTok. It's supposed to be. I sure don't see it like it is. It doesn't seem like it is. Oh, huh. Interesting. Looks like maybe it's not on TikTok. Wow. It was before. So, anyways, it's all good. You are. You are. I want you to think about this. You are what you do in private when nobody's watching. You really are. So if you, again, it has to do with all habits in life, by the way. Do you exercise when nobody's around, nobody's looking? I know that's what I was thinking about this morning. I'm like, I should do some squats and some push-ups. And then we don't, right? We have time, opportunity. You have a few minutes here and there. You do bust out 10 push-ups, 20 push-ups. See, I'm challenging myself now. And some squats. And it'll literally take less than 2 minutes, less than 5 minutes to bust out some exercise that would at least strengthen your arms and your shoulders, your chest. I'm looking at my chest here going like, oh, I need to shape those up. I'm looking kind of flabby. Again, that's part of what my health goal was personally, right? Was to get my target down and my lifestyle weight to 230. Get on the scale. I didn't even get on the scale yet. And I told you I hadn't been on the scale in like 3 or 4 months, with everything so busy, but that's just an excuse. Like it takes a couple of seconds to step on a scale, and because it's data, it's measurement. And then I can tailor my food intake and my calories to help match what a 230-pound person would eat. It's about 2,000 to 2,300 calories, about a variance range of in there. So again, the only way you drop weight is calorie deficit. The whole world says a bunch of marketing stuff and this lotion and this potion and this eat this certain food and that certain food. The bottom line is it's truly as simple as calorie deficit. Calories in creates weight, creates muscle. I get it. Yes. No calories, you start to drop weight. And by the way, your body will eat away at the fat first. It's powerfully made. Some people try to say it eats away at the muscle first. That's not true at all. Yeah, it's crazy. So again, that's a health aspect. And I was just saying that even what you eat. So there you go. There's another one. What do you eat when no one's watching, when no one's around? Is there a certain diet that you have or certain things you sneak? Because, hey, nobody will know. Just give me a, you know, whatever, a cookie or a candy bar, or I'll eat this potato because nobody's here. When you know that the carbs aren't good for you, you know that that's just sugar, right? And you've been taught that, or you know that you've done the education, you've studied and listened to Dr. Boz, B-O-Z, by the way, if you haven't, and you're looking at improving your health in any shape, way, shape, or form, I encourage you go look up Dr. Boz, B-O-Z, and she'll help you with your eating habits and your health and how it affects the body on a macro scale. It's the micros you do every day, what you eat every day, that affects your overall health and body, from your mind to your heart to your cells. It's amazing. And she's got the science to prove it. She comes from the medical field and is now in the holistic field, helping people to heal the body through nutrition, through what they eat and how they eat it. And it's a lot simpler than you realize. Fasting, sardines. You're like, oh, I'd never eat sardines. Okay, that's fine. High fat, high protein, simple. You want simple, you want health results. Even who was it? Goodness gracious, my brain just went blank. But there's another doctor that I've been plugging into, and all of a sudden he started talking about sardines as well. And he's awesome too. It's a male. Dr. Boz is a female. And then I don't know why I can't remember him. But he has a lot of stuff on nutrition because it all goes back to your insulin levels. It does. So that's health. We talked about the planning session. I talked about my health and 230 pounds, the health of our company. I talked about culture, that I will not allow negative, toxic culture in our office or in our business anymore. We had 12 weeks where there was kind of iffy back and forth, and it was crazy. And no more, no more. The standard is set. My foot is being put down. We will be a company of honor and edification and love and blessing and encouragement, and looking forward to a great day, and not looking forward to everything going wrong in a day and all the ways that clients are horrible. No, culture is going to be about blessing and playing, starting with the music, starting with the atmosphere, starting with the heart and love and connection and affection. That's what matters. It really does. So my connection, love, and affection with the Father is what I always do. But now bringing that into the workplace and helping others to see that what love looks like and being that example, but then also setting that standard and not allowing it. Saying, nope, this is not what we do here. What we do is we speak life, and we honor and bless others, and we speak about the great things that we are accomplishing. The challenges we face are real, but what was the solution that came from that challenge? And then what are ways that we can improve what we do and how we do it? That's a beautiful thing. That's culture in the office. That's health. My personal health, office health. Those are the two targets and the standards I will set and things I will do. Little things you do is what makes a difference in the culture, in the atmosphere, in the environment, and the health of your company. The culture, the environment, the health of yourself is a talk. Starts with a talk. What do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? All these things matter. And so I want to challenge you to definitely be the one who is positive, the one who is blessing, the one who is making a difference in people's lives and speaking life over them. It matters. You matter. And if you love yourself and love others, it's going to make all the difference. So that's health. Now, some of the targets we set and went through and how we do it and why we do it. It was all created. Sorry, that light is really bugging me. It's so bright back there. Trying to block it. Is that helpful? So maybe if I sit up straighter, that would be helpful. Is the next thing had to do with we have health and then relationships. So for me and personal relationships, yes, it is going to develop even in some of my guy friendships this week while my wife's gone, connecting with some men that I love and appreciate and love having in my life. And I'm going to be connecting more with them, and also relationships in my businesses, making time for men and clients in Epic Your Life, making time for clients and people in Nesbitt Repair, some of our top clients, and communicating with them, plus our team members. Like, it's really important for me, not just this week, but as I get more focused on what are my top 5 relationships in each area of my life, that is super important for me to have them as standing appointments, because you can connect with a lot of people if you have one appointment a month, even with some of them that you really want to have connection with and love and affection, in the sense of really bonding together as men, as relationship, as connection, as family, as friends. Like, seriously, it matters. And it really has to do with your time, what time you're going to make. And so standing appointments makes all the difference. If you talk to the people, our clients, you will know that is the number one thing that we set up when we work with them. And what affects our relationship with them is our standing appointments. It really matters. And when they pursue me for a standing appointment, that's when I know that they have come to a place of leadership, a new level, where they're going after it and coming to get what they want, instead of just waiting for me to tell them when we're going to meet up or tell them what the next steps are. They're like, hey, I got questions. Let's meet. I need some help with this or this, and let's get together. Like, they're the ones being the aggressive ones. It's super powerful to see that. So in my business and personal relationships, I definitely have some targets of getting to, probably, actually, I will tell you, because there's so many different areas. I've got my Epic Your Life clients. I've got my Nesbitt clients. I've got the team members and staff from those 2 businesses as well. I've got Hidden Acres Puppies that I navigate through too as well, and CEO for that company, and also the sales in that company as well. So, and then I've got my home life, my relationships at home, and my ranch, and development of the ranch, development of my home, and my relationships at home. So I would say, instead of 5 in each area, it's probably going to be 2, my top 2 connections in each of those, that are going to be vital to continue to work with. Because if you think about it, I just mentioned 5, 6 areas that I am involved in. I probably don't have the capacity, or nobody really does, to do more than 12, right? Does that sound familiar? 12 disciples. Jesus, Yeshua himself, only had 12 disciples that he poured into. And then, of course, they impacted the world ultimately, right? He spent that season with them, and then he left and delegated, and then they took off and helped connect to others and help spread the gospel and spread the words, right? It's a powerful thing. So again, I can see myself sometimes trying to do too much, when I really just should try to impact and influence 2 to 3 people in each area, because there's so many of them. So if that's you, ask, seek, and knock, and you'll see that it works. If you're the one that wants to connect, then you be the one. You be the one to reach out. You be the one say, hey, I want this appointment, and it's a new season. You get to do that, and you get to be the one. So that's relationships. What are your standing appointments? Do you have them? Do you have your date night? That's priority for me. Date night with my wife, date night with my daughter, date night with parents and family members. I shared with you that I'm going to be more purposeful with my mom, who lives in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to make sure I have a conversation with her every week and check in with her. I'm going to do that now. And I would like to have her living closer. You know, I know she's amazing. She's been helping with my sister's son, Isaiah, because he requires full-time care. So my mom has been amazing in helping with him. I hope that I get a season with my mom too, where she'll come here, and maybe it's my business. She helps me with my baby business, Nesbitt Repair. as we develop it and grow it into a multi-million-dollar company. And by the way, she worked with a billion-dollar company. Um, yeah, fascinating how she worked with U.S. Express before they were huge. And it's a trucking company, and she helped them for many, many, many years. So she understands systems and understands how to develop companies in the role of billing and invoicing. It was awesome. We had a good talk yesterday. She's going to help me with this stuff. Super grateful for her to come, and my own mama helped me with the business. And what's interesting is, look, if your family won't work with you, your mother, your kids, your closest people to you, you might want to take a look and see why. What's happening? What is it you need to change? What needs to change about me in order for people to want to work with me? And I struggle with this because I go through waves where I see there are certain type of people that don't want to work with me, and I believe that sometimes that'll discourage you. But guess what? If you're at a level, sometimes people don't want to work with you. It's not about you. Don't make it about you. Know that it's okay. Are there people that do want to work with you? And then look at those people that do want to work with you. Are they ones that you want to work with? And possibly those that don't want to work with you, it might be mutual, right? That you're like, yeah, I don't really want to work with them because they're always making excuses. Everything is always wrong. They're a victim. They're not looking for the glass to be half full. They're looking for it to be half empty. And they're just miserable and complaining all the time. Like, those type of people are really hard for me. I try to love them. I try to help them. I try to encourage them, inspire them. But then I get met with all kinds of excuses. And then it's like, so that's why we have to level up in our communication. We have to level up in who we want to be around in relationships. And then in business, if you're finding yourself in your business having to deal with people like that, you're probably not paying enough. Seriously, you got to go to the next level of pay scale to attract someone that, it's like, well, this is my lifestyle. I have a higher end lifestyle, like 6 figures. Are you bold enough to say, hey, I'm going to pay my technicians 6 figures? Well, we are. That's where we're headed. That's where we're going. And so how do we get there? Hard work, dedication, commitment, system, strategies. We're going to have full on benefits. We're rolling it out. We're going to have medical. We're going to have health benefits. We're going to have full vacation pay, all that good stuff. We're doing it. Making the decision as part of our 12-week year this year to roll that out. No excuses. Let's go. What does it take to do it? We're doing it. It's time. So all of our team members can know that we're taking care of them and they're blessed. We're listening. Because here's the thing, that's what they constantly, I hear is like, that's what matters to a lot of these people. So I'm like, okay, if that's what matters, then that's what we got to do. Security, having security, knowing that they can have their kids and wife and that they will be provided for, not only for money, but also through medical and things like that. So healthcare matters, vacation matters, to take time off with their family and be paid for it matters. And that's what we're going to be doing. And we will. You watch. That's what we do. We set targets and we go after it. And we're going to build an awesome team. So if you're a technician in plumbing, electrical, or handyman, and you want benefits and you want security and you want 6 figures, join our team. We'll get it for you. We'll help you. We're building a powerful team. And that's what's powerful. And the environment we're creating is love your neighbor. That's what we're all about. We give back every other week. So if that's something you'd like to do, you always thought, man, I'd love to be a part of missions and giving back to people, donating time to people in need. Join our team. We're now every other Friday. That's what we do. This past Friday, last Friday, that's what we did. And we helped 4 different families all in one day, our team. And it was awesome to partner up with different organizations. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I got that here. There's my notes. Oh, it's over there. Never mind. But we're partnering with these men that are retired, and they have an awesome program of giving back, and we're working with them. It's awesome. So, so we did relationships, we did health, and by the way, the relationships in business is super important too. Some of the leadership in town in Madison and Morgan County that we are now connecting with and collaborating with are phenomenal men and women. By the way, Gail, she's awesome. She's our ambassador for giving and for the widows, taking care of people, and she is really, really awesome. I'm grateful for her and her connections and her bringing these connections to us and relationships, and they work. They're developing, they're growing, and we're becoming better, and they're becoming better. It's super awesome. So we are excited to see how those develop. They came to pass last 12 weeks, year, come together and we're launching. Matter of fact, I think it was April 1st when they showed up our office, first day of April, those men. And then we had our first 12-week year day or Friday giving to people in need, some widows and some people who actually were recipients of Habitat for Humanity, getting help building home and stuff. And so it's awesome to then help them. We replaced a water heater for them. All right, so those relationships are really developing and growing in our business too. In my personal life, I've got some appointments this week that I'm going to make with some friends here locally for my personal side relationships too. All right, and then number 3, finances. Probably one of you're like, oh, Carlos, when are you gonna get to that? Because that is the one, right? Without cash flow and blood flow, your business will die. It's the same in your home too. You'll be homeless on the streets. You won't be able to provide food for your family if you don't have cash flow and work. And by the way, you probably won't have very much respect from your family either if you don't have a job or something to create cash flow. The interesting thing is people are always looking for all the ways they can't make money instead of all the ways they can. You have so many resources. If you live in a house and you have an address, you have so many resources. If you're able bodied to get out and go and do something, you have so many resources. If you have a vehicle, insurance, you have so many resources. I'm just saying, if you have a computer and able to tap into AI, you have so many resources. Seriously, little fun fact, you better learn AI. In the next couple of years, it's going to absolutely take over mainstream world. You're like, well, I'm previously Amish. I don't even know technology. Now you want me to know AI? Yeah, learn about it. There's lots of education out there that's beneficial. What are you doing to learn? Seriously, if you have the skills and understanding of AI, guess what? It will make a difference. There we go. Was that better? It will make a difference if you have AI in your back pocket and know how to utilize it, how to benefit companies by implementing AI. You'll be priceless. I'm telling you, it's a powerful thing and you need to learn it. Why do I say that? Because again, you have so many excuses about why you don't have money or why you can't do things. You have one thing is you have a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush, by the way. So many people are like, well, I could go do this and this and this. Are you doing it now? The word and the principle of God is so true. He who is faithful with the little be made ruler over much, much more. However, it's because of you being faithful with what you have that gives you the skills and abilities to do much, much more. You have a business right now and you want to go into another business and you're like, well, I could go sell and do better in this business. Have you done well in your business now? Have you made calls and connected with people and developed your skills that it's gonna require for you to do this other business too? You can't think that all of a sudden I'm gonna go do this other business and all of a sudden just do it. It's not gonna happen. It doesn't work that way. It's a muscle, it's a skill. It's kind of like, well, I got all these calls to make. I have this business and I don't like it very much. And it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. So why would I make calls to help develop it? Call for sales people or call for connections that would help me develop and grow my business. Why would I do that if I just want to go do this other thing? And it's like, because it's a muscle, it's in your hand. 100% you're doing this business, you're doing this thing. You already know it works. You're already being paid by it. You're already got cash flow from it. So you have the proof. And you can't make calls and go talk to people about that business that you already have, but you think magically you're going to do it when you get this other business? Well, they're going to provide me with leads and they're going to tell me what to do and tell me how to do it. And you think that's the hard part? The hard part is picking up the phone and getting over it and just making those calls. It's a muscle. And it's the same for every business. You got to make the calls. You got to make the connections. You got to take action if you want to develop and make more money with your business. Any business. You've got to be massive action. Calls, 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 connections, connections, connections. Make those dials, make those dials. It was funny. I was listening to a trainer over the weekend because I was driving and had lots of time and I was listening. And you know what? It's always the same thing. old school, new school. You can have AI, you can have automatic dialers, you can have all these things, and it still always comes back to is you still have to sell. Everyone likes, I don't like sales. I don't. Everything is sales. Everything is sales. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Everything is sales because communication is sales, presentation is sales. It's all has to do with presentation. You call it sales and then you go, oh, it's just a presentation. When you talk to your wife or your spouse or your kids and your girlfriend and people you love, and you're trying to get them to do something that you want to do, make them excited about a movie you want to go watch or restaurant you want to go to, or make them excited about being able to do, or doing certain activities and things, and you want to make them excited about it. Guess what? You got to present to them. You got to tell them why and what's the mission, what does it look like, how fun is it going to be, what's unique about this activity, like, or broccoli, to get them to eat broccoli. So like everything is revolved around sales. You got to get good at sales, good at communication, good at inspiration, motivation, in the sense of how you present things. Can you get people to do things in a good way to help them, help yourself, and help all of you, mutually beneficial? Like, it's all part of negotiation and communication. That's what sales is. It really is. So I say that to say this: it affects your income. Your ability to call, make calls, and go after what you want affects your income, because you're not making the funds and the money you want because you're not willing to go after it. You're not willing to take action and make something happen. So if you have a target in finances, if you have a target in income, if you have a target in cash flow, what are you going to do to make it happen? What resources are you going to tap into to make it happen? You've got the skills and abilities? No, you don't? All right, well, then go get them. But how you're going to get them is making those dials, making those calls, connecting with those people. I know you maybe not don't like it. That's okay. I get it. But the more you do it, the better you'll become at it. And don't switch companies or buy some other business or switch jobs thinking, well, that's what's wrong. Be faithful with what you have first. Do it in where you are first. Get really good at it, and then go do that other thing because you're so good at it. And because you've gotten results in this, and it's a good thing to sell this business, or it's a good thing to um, pass it off because now you have the skills and you've gotten really good at sales and really good at making phone calls and connections and development of this. And you're like, it's so good that I don't really want to sell it now. See, that's a beautiful place. But if you're trying to sell a business or trying to get rid of a job or do something different because you hate it, I promise you, when you come over here, it won't be long till you hate that job too, or you hate that other business too. They're all the same. You think they're different. You think, well, I would just enjoy doing this other job better. Maybe you're in, let's say you're in services and you're like, I'd enjoy finances better. I just would. I just need the opportunity to do finances and I would enjoy it better. Or you're in, maybe you completely different businesses. Like maybe you're doing I know we've had some clients that do like trucking, and then they're contemplating looking into going to real estate. They're different worlds and different kind of businesses. But what the first thing is really just being knowing that you have done well and succeeded where you are, prosper where you're planted. It's a beautiful thing. Be faithful with that you have right now, and watch God bless it. And if He has, great. And if the things that you because by the way, and I do think the trucking industry is a good example, because maybe you own a trucking company, however, and you think, well, I want to go do this other thing because it has potential for sales and development. In this case, it is real estate in this one situation I'm talking about. And again, you can't see how those two are similar. Well, over here in the trucking world, I'd have to buy new trucks and develop it that way. Well, what if you just figured out how to make it more profitable? Connections, and in that way you could sell the just even that one truck with the connections and the cash flow with that one truck. You can sell that connection, the cash flow, because it's so good and so profitable to someone for, again, it has to do with how much profits you make. If you make $10,000 profits every year, or $100,000 profits, or $50,000 profits, let's say it's 10,000. Well, you can maybe sell it for 5 times that, so $50,000. You could sell that trucking business, right? It just depends. There's lots of factors in that. Um, but if it's making 20,000, then you sold it for 5 times that, 5 years worth of profits. That's $100,000. That's very beneficial. So can we make it where this trucking company is like at least 20,000 in profit per year? Or what are the profits? You know what they are, right? Even knowing your numbers, knowing your data, and then being able to take that data and those numbers and increase them. That's where the muscle is. And it takes the same muscle to increase it in trucking through relationships, through connections, through information, and through getting better at what you're doing as it would for, let's say, even like real estate in this situation where you want to go do real estate and buy properties and buy businesses or do acquisitions. And yeah, that's great. And it's amazing, but it's going to be the same skills, communication, calling, connection, and development, except for in this world, in this one, the trucking, you get paid, every other week, every 2 weeks. In the real estate world and acquisition world, you only get paid when you do a deal. You're like, well, I could do a small deal. Okay. But is it daily? No. In this world, your deals are going to come probably maybe once a week. I know one man on this planet right now that does a real estate deal every day. His name is Abraham Gray. And it's probably worth, with all of his assets and real estate and business, and we have his training in our school group, he's probably worth, I'd imagine, with everything accumulated, if you put it all in one box and all packaged, all the different businesses he's partnered in and owns, if you put that in a box, like he's maybe 10% owner of $1 million business, and 20% owner of a $500,000 business. He owns like 100 businesses. If you put all of them in there and their value, and then all of his real estate, all in the same box, I bet he's close to a billionaire. Seriously. I know it's at least three quarters of the way, because we talked about it. He's never done the numbers. I would love for him to do numbers, because I imagine it is all the accumulated things that he's partnered in. And he's just crazy, but he sells real estate every day. He buys one, sells one. Like every day he buys and sells a house or two or some kind of real estate. That's crazy. And that's because it's accumulated work he's done for years and years, has a huge team behind him. So again, that is like an anomaly. It's rare. Seriously, it's not normal. It's kind of like Michael Jordan wasn't normal. Kobe Bryant wasn't normal, right? You've got these elite of elites. And so when you're talking about real estate acquisition and buying companies and doing things like that and being a part of even a greater community that helps create the deals, yes. But guess what? In that greater community, in order to make the deals happen, guess what you have to do again? Make calls, connect with those people in that community, build relationships, be on the phone and connecting and aggressively going after it, finding the deal, and then bringing them to the table with the deal, and then going after it together and communicating and closing the deal, and then convincing that person to close the deal with you in the real estate, and then helping them to see that you can do a better deal and making the deal happen, and sales again, leverage, sales, negotiation. It's all the same. So be faithful with what you have. That's the bottom line. Like, and I will tell you, I'm talking to myself here, preaching to myself. And that's repair. We got to fix the culture, got to fix the health. We got to fix the cash flow for sure. So, what are your targets for your cash flow? Cash flow is your blood flow. I know for us, number one target with Nesbitt, we will not. There's a hard line in the sand. We will not do any jobs for clients, residential jobs, without same day pay. If they're not going to pay us a check on the day or give us a credit card to pay us, That's what we just put into place, and it is our new standard. Why am I saying that? Because we have billing 60, 90 days out. We have so much funds sitting in invoicing, it's unbelievable. And it could have been prevented by same day pay, easily preventable. We kind of let it happen, tested it out, and it was a mistake. It jacked up our cash flow. Okay. It did. So that's our situation with our company with Nesbitt. That has to change. It's going to change. And so again, this is part of what we realize and in the just learning and understanding what bottlenecks are, what constraints we have. It's a huge constraint, cash flow. And it's like saying if you were choking your why do people pass out? Because you cut the blood off. If you're choking them, you cut the blood off to the brain flow, and it causes them to pass out when there's no blood flow to the brain. Well, that's the same thing. Your business is going to pass out. Your personal life is going to pass out if you don't have cash flow. You think it's fun and easy to do real estate deals. I've worked with many realtors and talked to them and developed some business flow with some of them as well. And it's crazy what they do. They're paying rent, they're paying all their bills and stuff for their business, and they get a hit. They've got to be disciplined because they get a hit of like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 all at once, or 10,000 or 100,000, because they did a big deal in real estate and it may have to last them for several months. It's the reality of that world. Because you're not just convincing one person. You're not just convincing someone to give you a load or a sale. Like with Nesbitt Repair, right? Our challenge is we have jobs every day. We're a service call pro. We do service calls. We're good at it. And that's what we specialize in: plumbing, electrical, and handyman. Service calls. In and out. Hour, 2 hours. Our average job is like an hour. Average job. So what does that mean? Well, we better be very good at it. We better be ready to go, able to do it, and have plenty of technicians to do it. Well, we got to make the phone ring. I mean, we got all these things, parameters, but then I could do all these service calls, which we have lots of them last 12 weeks. And I think we have 80 invoices outstanding, 80 of them. And if you average each of those to be like $100, hello, it's a lot of money. It's crazy. I know. Deep breath, Carlos. So we got to solve the problem that's causing the bottleneck and constraint and keeping the blood from flowing first. Step one, put in a system strategy to stop or to allow the blood flow. Okay. Number one. Number two, now what's our target and how are we going to reach it? Same day invoicing, same day billing. People will pay the same day. It's not, we're going to bill you in you 30, 60, 90 days. No, you don't. No. Today. You pay us today. Okay. And that's the thing for that. And then also we're going to design our company and develop it to be on track. We already have the tasks and things we have to have in place and how many clients we need to hit 3 million, $3 million revenue target in a 12 month. So this 12 weeks, it's like, what would it look like and set up? What would the office look like? What would the manpower look like? How many vans will we have to have, or trucks? You know what I mean? What kind of equipment will we have? Like all those things we've done the research and working on it. Okay. So that's our target for our business. Are we going to reach it in this 12 weeks? No, but we're going to increase to where we can show that we are moving in that direction. That's what's important. Okay. Personally, Chantel and I, we do want to double our personal income into our home and into our ranch and into our development here on our ranch. So that's a big target too. So it's like, okay, let's go. What are you willing to do? God bless you. Have a great day. I know I went a lot longer than I was planning on, but I hope it's useful here on the school platform. God bless you and thanks for being here. If this is helpful. Can you put some comments and ask questions and talk more about it? It'd be great. Thanks. And you here on our social media, thanks for joining us. Those comments and connections, I appreciate it. That is Richard still. I don't know if he's still here, but hopefully this was helpful. And some of you asked me questions and stuff, and I haven't been able to get back to you. This is a great opportunity to share and just share again indirectly about things that we're working on and indirectly about things you're working on, and see if that can be helpful and beneficial. All right. So I am just finishing up on our school platform, Epic Your Life. And by the way, we are known as the Amish Matchmakers. You're like, how? You're not Amish. I know I'm not Amish. I'm English and I help the Amish. My wife and I have helped over 30 couples to come together directly or indirectly. No, indirectly, we've helped hundreds of couples to come together through our process of we have webinars, we have events, we have epic intensives, we have yeah sessions. We created community with Jesse and Adina Kaufman. They have Single to Married, which is an awesome community developed for singles to help them create the strategies and skills to get married and get engaged and then married and have an epic marriage. Once they get engaged, they come over to our community here at Epic Your Life, and we help you to have. So we help you find a godly spouse, help you then create an epic marriage, and then develop a legacy that is rooted and founded in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. I love you, bless you. I hope this finds you well, and I hope you're doing well. Let us know if this is helpful, and check out our planning sessions. We had some long sessions over the weekend, 2-hour sessions. Check them out, and I've got workbooks and worksheets to go with it. And go to Epic Your Life on school.com and join. And you can have all the worksheets. We've got Connection DNA content, 8 weeks, 40 sessions there. We got creation code. It's all about the code that will help you to have a better life, Epic Your Life. It's all biblically based. It's all faith based, and we love it. And we love to. But again, if you're not a believer, it's fine. It still works. One of the oldest books on the planet, the Torah, is what it's based out of. So if you like old wise things, then you want to check it out. And stay tuned because soon I will be releasing our book finally. His Creation Code for Success. Super pumped at the development of that and what's happening. And I've been working on it secretly. Love you guys. Blessings. See you tomorrow.